Good morning and welcome to today's pre-market report. Now in today's pre-market report, we'll be taking a look at two things. I'll take a look at the Sensex, I'll take a look at what option buyers and option sellers should do with it. After which, I'll take a look at Jio Financial Services and what you can do with it. This is as one of the viewers of yesterday's video requested it, and I'm covering it today and sharing the levels for it. Now, apart from that, let's take a quick look at the news that will be affecting our markets today. Now, according to me, the news will affect our market today and also in tomorrow's trading session is roughly the same. Number one, the ECB, the European Central Bank, is expected to do a rate cut again this week, and that now I believe will start coming into the cycle. And all people are wondering is when will the rate cut stop for ECB, as ECB has been doing them quite regularly. The second news which will affect us today and tomorrow is Trump's tariffs. There was a March 4 deadline for Canada, Mexico and China, and more additional tariffs will be coming on. So that will naturally affect not only our market but global markets. So we have to see how we weather that storm. Now, due to what is happening with Trumpy, I think today's trading session we're going to have a two-way move. I expect the bulls to get a chance to go long and the bears to get a chance to go short. This is as on one side we are so oversold that a dead cat bounce is everyone is hoping for one. So that hope will cause up moves to come which will attempt to rise. But on the other hand, the fear of what the tariffs are going to do to global markets and what will happen to us as we open, let's say on March 5th, will end up affecting us and giving us a up move and down move during the day. So anyone who's trading the Sensex Expiry today, do not hold a bias that you're going to be long or you're going to be short, because expect to trade both sides as an option buyer at least. As an option seller, better sell a range, and I will explain what I'm going to do ahead, so as to capture the up move and also the down move. Now let's take a look at the Sensex Expiry. I'm looking at the Sensex Index futures on 4th March as the ones expiring today, and I've added a lot of levels as basically right now the market is what it is. Now, when I look at it, according to me, as long as the Sensex is between 73,080 and 73,320, you can expect two-way moves. This is a very tight zone, and in fact this zone I would say option buyers do not bother with it, as you'll end up most likely only losing money. However, if it breaks above 73,320, then it's a long to 73,520 to 73,650, which is a major resistance zone. Breaks that, then 73,850 and 74,100 and 74,250. On the other hand, if it breaks 73,080, you can have a quick shot to 72,900, as that's a very major support. If it breaks that, then all hell breaks loose, as we get 72,700, breaks that, then 72,450, and 72,050. So overall, if you're an option buyer, the plan is pretty simple. Basically, that's between 73,080 and 73,320, do not enter. You will lose money. It's too tight a box range. If it breaks above 73,320, you got a long opportunity. But if it rises, also expect at some point at one of the resistance it's going to come down. On the other hand, if it breaks 73,080, a short opportunity to 72,200, which is a very major support, breaks that, then it goes down to the next supports. Now that's my option buying plan. What's my option selling trading plan? Now, according to me, I would prefer to be a cautious option seller this time for this expiry. So I will be looking to sell calls initially. At market open, I'll basically sell calls above 73,650 and puts below 72,700. I don't mind the lower premium which I'll get, but this will give me peace of mind. And as soon as I enter, as due to them being further away, I expect basically the profits to come pretty quickly due to the decay and everything. So those options I will end up putting a profit stop and holding them. But this is what I'm going to do in the morning. Now, in the latter part of the day, if let's say I see we have risen to, for example, this point, then and we are holding the resistance there, and at the same time the indicators which I use, the volume indicator and the trend catcher, are showing weakness, then I'll sell calls above that point. While on the other hand, it's the same for the downside. Let's say we've broken this and we've gone down, then in the latter part of the day, whichever support we are holding, I will sell puts below that. So that's my trading plan. Morning, I will enter both calls and puts. Afternoon is when I'll go aggressive, and if we are, let's say, risen to the resistance, sell above that resistance. If we fall into certain support, then sell below that support. So that's how I'm looking at it in terms of trading. Now let's take a quick look at Jio Financial Services. Now Jio Financial Services has been just falling, and it's not seeming to hold anything. Now, according to me, Jio Financial Services is near its support. If it breaks the low of yesterday, it has a major support at 192, and that's going to be a very important one. This is, if it breaks 192, then it goes to 180, but these two zones are what can cause a bit of a relief rally. If it breaks these two, then it goes to 160. On the other hand, it has any rise will have to battle with first 218, which is strong resistance but not that strong. If it breaks that, then 230 and 255. Now, how am I looking at it? Now, what I am going to do with Jio Financial Services, since it's the FNO space, if we fall, or either if we hold the support, which is of yesterday's trading close, which is roughly 200 rupees, either we hold 200 rupees or we fall to any of the supports at 192 or 180, then I'm going to wait for that to hit. Wait for confirmation in the trend catcher indicator. The trend catcher indicator, the black line will cross the red line much before it appears on the price or on the price bars. So if that happens, then I'll end up selling calls below that zone. On the other hand, puts below that zone. So let's say if I see it holding 192, I'll end up selling 192 below puts. But I'm not going to wait for the thing to show on the chart. I'm going to sell them based on the trend catcher indicator purely. Basically, as anyone who's using my trend catcher indicator knows, that basically the black line, the red line, once the crossover, at that point I will end up putting option sells, as even if it doesn't have a relief rally, it will end up holding that zone, and since I entered early, I'll earn better premium. Now, what if you're holding it via equities? Now, if you're holding it via an equity position right now, then I don't know why you're holding it, but wait for it to hold. If you want to enter fresh, wait for it to either hold 192 or 180 and then consider it. But one thing, do note that any relief rally is a dead cat bounce can go to a 218, 230. By chance go to 255. Above that, highly unlikely right now. Unless there's a huge change in the chart structure, that's going to be how it is most likely going to be. So that's my view for Jio Financial Services. Any questions, you can drop them in the comment section below, and any suggestions, drop them in the comment section below. Any questions you want, any stocks you want covered, drop them in the comment section below. If there's something to talk about, I'll cover them in one of the upcoming videos. Thank you.